Yo, 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 what's poppin'? What is poppin', y'all? Alright, let's get this started. Gold longs do look good right now. My bias for gold has been quite bullish. And it's because of we have high time frame trend liquidity on the left. Oh, forgot to turn on my camera. Hold on. Alright. But yeah, gold longs do look good to the upside. My draw basically the whole day for gold was to the upside, but took some shorts as well as a mitigation cycle back to the highs. But damn, my mic is loud as hell today. Okay, so go over today. I'll wait a few more minutes for more people to hop in, and I'm just gonna go over trades, reasons why I took them. We had a big dump today with ES. I basically caught the top, but I never held my short to fill this entire imbalance. So whoever held the short, props to you, because ran 11 risk reward. And again, the previous day high right here is literally all-time highs. So this right here is all-time highs. So we took out all-time highs, and I'm not surprised we dumped, right? We had a few manipulation moves to the upside. You trade those manipulation moves basically, or you wait them out, and then you take the trade. So for example, today the first trade was this. Actually, hold on, let me move this to the other screen. But basically the short, I waited for two manipulation moves. Usually we'll get like one or two if you're playing counter trend. So I waited those out, hence why I was able to afford not taking unnecessary losses. And then took the shorts off my entry model. My target was just the inducement, the POI read below inducement, so it wasn't anything crazy. Oh, let me fix my trading view. I don't know why it looks like that right now. There you go. But yeah, it wasn't anything too crazy. Only went for 2R here, 2.3. And then I took longs here off the origin here as a continuation. At this point, I knew we had two breaks to the upside already. So it's a lot lower probability we go for the high. We actually missed the high by one tick, which is crazy. But that's why I marked this as random. We just had a random internal sweep here, and then we went back down. So if I just held this short here, it could have been an 11-hour day. But I'm okay with this. I basically only made 2R today on ES, so very small day. Was really hoping for the 4R, because the long would have been like 2.5. But not much I can really do, to be honest. It's only so much you can do. And then, of course, since I was in longs, I just moved my stop loss to break even. We're just one tick away, so there's no point really in honestly holding your trade there. Well, at least I wouldn't say there's really a reason to let it go back to hitting a break even at that point. Knowing there's two breaks to the upside, it's going to be lower probability for us to really make that continuation. And so I was okay with just taking the break even there. And then we later dumped. There's no really way to cash the dump if you're in longs, like where I longed. Because we kind of just went straight down. Usually we don't deliver, like 80% of the times price won't deliver in one direction, like internally. We will usually create some sort of structure, but in this case specifically, we did not. So therefore, there's no way I can take my internal continuation models to catch the downside move, which it is what it is. I'm still biased. My bias is still bullish. My daily bias indicator was actually pointing bearish today. So, you know, there was both bearish and bullish trades today. So if you traded either way, it would have been fine. As long as you manage your risk properly, as in taking your trades and just waiting patiently for setups, that's all you really need, man. That's all it is. Again, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell for future streams. And then also, if you want to learn more about my strategy, you can join the free Discord. But that's for ES today. And then for NQ, or sorry, not NQ, gold. Gold was a little tricky today. So I had a break even as a B setup. And then we had a setup that missed the initial OB entry model, so I had to take the OB one, unfortunately, or the IFG one, unfortunately. And so that was the other setup, and took it for 3 resource short. My TP was basically the PY right below the low there. I knew this was 1 minute inducement or 5 minute stop runner, so taking that into consideration, you don't want to have too far TPs. But I also did note, in terms of probabilities, that we did also have a 5 minute imbalance below. So because we also had a 5 minute imbalance below, there is also that probability there where we could go fill that. Again, trading, a lot of trading is playing those probabilities and what you want to risk. So I just know that over the long run, the probabilities are in my favor with my strategy that I trade. So whatever happens here, I took a -1 here going long. I just marked it, ran as 1, as in if you wanted to scalp this for Wonder Sword, it ran 1.19. So you could have taken it for a scalp if you want to. But I would say majority of how I trade, that you guys know as well, I tend to not really scalp too often, because usually I can catch the big moves, expansion or mitigation. So yeah, that basically sums up today's day. If you're wondering what the POI was, this was just a high time frame POI. On the left, it's kind of laggy. I might delete some of my drawings. I have 210 drawings here. But that's basically the POI I used. So that external right there. Yeah, just ignore all the text on the screen. That's for the course members to read. It looks like a mess right now. Here, actually, I'm gonna hide all this so it doesn't look like a mess on stream. Okay, yeah, that was the POI I was looking for, and I saw, again, like I said, I marked those trend line liquidity right above. So that was my original high time and draw. I didn't mind taking a short stab opportunity here, knowing that we had this huge imbalance below we could fill. So got through your sword, break even. And then this one I did not break even on because I'm anticipating this as the expansion. If you're trading based on probabilities, you can also say that since this is pro trend, this long is pro trend here, because gold is bullish. I've been calling gold been bullish for the past like week, since last week. But basically, if you want to think about in probabilities, you can just say, well, probability wise, this is pro trend, but in terms of probability of you catching a bottom of the expansion move, which we should be seeing gold go for a new session high at some point, maybe Asia session, it's lower probability because there's better PYs below. So if there's better PYs below, and this is just a manipulation move instead of a full retracement to the POC, which is where we reacted off of. So hit my POC, PY, I teach you guys in the course. Make sure to focus on the POCs, especially when we have big imbalances in ranges like these. They work extremely well. So POC got hit there, and price reacted literally to a tick. So some of you guys in the course, you trade limit orders. So you can have like a limit order here, and the only problem with POCs is it's a little harder to determine where you put your stop loss for POCs. You can cover the 2 wicks here. There's a lot of ways I teach you guys to cover your stop losses, but this would be like your trade, for example. If you want on the bottom take this, which is a limit order at the POC, that's fine too. But I do see upside, honestly, on gold here. We should be at some point going for a New York session high, at least a 5-minute PY there, because if you just go to the higher time frame, we're bullish. And it's not even a debate. It's not even a debate we're bullish. So don't counter trend. If you're counter trending like me today, I took 2 counter trend setups, break even, manage aggressively, or scalp. So I just took a 3R, break even, and a -1 here. -1 here. I knew this was low probability just because on the 5-minute, this is a 5-minute stop hunter setup. So if you want the best probability long, it would be waiting for this imbalance below to fill. That's what happened to us here. But aside from that, I marked out what I was just tape reading later in the market. I was done trading here. We hit a 3-minute PY, which I don't use 3-minute. I was curious why price reacted so aggressively here. And then price went for a break-even liquidity move, which is a thing I'm going to talk about actually in the course. I'm going to post that video later today in the course modules under trade recaps for you guys. Talking about break-even liquidity moves. I've been seeing this happen all the time in markets. I just never made a video on it or posted on YouTube. At least I'm not going to post it on YouTube. I'm going to post this break-even liquidity move and explanation on how you can cash these. Some of you guys already know how to cash these because I taught you personally. But for those that don't know, just wait until today. I'll post a course video going over why the market does this for break-even liquidity moves. That's what I personally call it. I don't think there's any other definition of that. No one really talks about it, but it's something from my personal trading experience that I see play out all the time. So that's going to be a bonus I'll add under the trade recap section. Let's start a poll today, guys. Actually, instead of asking you guys how'd you trade today, let's see how many people are profitable here. I'm just curious because I did do a poll on my YouTube post section, and it's a good turnout. So 23% is a pretty good turnout, knowing that the 90% is like the general success rate of trading. So 23% I'd say is pretty good. That's 3 people that are consistently profitable or full time that are watching my YouTube videos or in the course. And then of course, I also asked the Discord, how did you guys trade today? So our voter turnout today from the course members is we got 86% of the course members ending green today. I like to poll you guys pretty often, preferably daily in the course chat, which is the private trading chat you guys get access to when you get the course. But yeah, 86% turnout green. That's really good. There's only one person that basically ended red. So everyone else ended green. It's good to see. If you ended red today, just journal and look back on ways you could have traded better. There's always a way you can trade better, because I'm not saying trade better as in 100% win rate. I'm talking about trading better as in taking higher probability trades, right? There's a difference between 100% win rate and just taking higher probability trades. Balancing the probabilities game here in trading, guys. Like, what's the probability of long here? One of my private mentorship students actually took this long here. He sent me in DMs. So this is a nice like 2 to 3 risk reward long here that he took. But what's the probability of this long here versus the probability of long gain here? If you guys know the answer, let me know in chat. You might not know if you're not in the course, but the probability of long gain, one of these has a much lower probability of playing out, basically. Now, I know, obviously, yes, in hindsight, you already see like which one didn't play out, but I'm talking over the long run, one of these setups are going to play out much more than the other one, even though it looks like the same exact setup. So this is just my break rule that I tell you guys in a course. So make sure you count the breaks. It's a great way to basically determine, especially when you have no PUI, because if you look to the left, there's nothing. There's literally nothing to the left here. It's just blank space. So if it's blank space, there's not much you can really go off of. And then I'm going to clear my chart here because this does look really messy here too. Actually, I'm going to just delete this because there's no point in keeping it on the chart. I already have everything journaled basically because I did make the trade recap video. So if you guys weren't there for, I think it was Saturday's session, I did a recap going over all trades we took last week for 22 risk reward total. It was about a 58% win rate and a 3.5 risk reward average. So it was solid stats wise, just not a lot of trades taken. That's all. That's why the risk reward was slightly lower, but you know, can't complain, right? If you're ending the week green, don't complain. If you're ending the week or ending the month green, don't complain. Even if it's like 1 or 2 risk rewards, it's better than being red or break even. Now, that also does depend. If you're trying to go full time, I would say you should not be ending the month only up a little bit in terms of risk reward. It's just not really realistic. And what I mean by realistic is it's just not realistic to be able to go full-time trading if you can only make like 2 to 3 risk reward at the end of the month. It's hard. It's much easier if you could have a system or strategy like mine that can generate you like 100 risk reward, depending on how many assets you trade as well. I trade 2 assets. I trade, for those that are new here to the channel, I trade ES and gold. So those are 2 assets I'm mainly focused on trading. I would have taken this setup, but this setup on gold was just way too late in the day. Market's basically closed. You can't really do much here. There's not going to be enough volume to even get like a solid risk reward. It's probably going to be like a 1-to-1 scalp if you want to, which would have hit TP. But you can see we got a manipulation move above this entry here. And then there's a lot of people probably getting stopped out there just for the price to come back up and take more liquidity. In terms of analysis on ES, I know why I dumped. It's not anything complicated. Okay. This is basically the break-even liquidity that got taken here on the short. Hence why we missed the high by 1 tick. Like not even joking, by 1 tick. So my TP was slightly above the high, like 2 ticks. So I missed my TP by 3 ticks. But I do stick to my trading system. For those that just want to, I guess, be a bit more discretionary, sure, you can just say, you know, if we're 1 or 2 ticks away from your TP, just take it all out. Otherwise, for me, I like to stick to my system and just let it run. Break even, stop loss, or TP. I don't do partials. I don't do the BS parceling a lot of gurus do, which is they take partials at 101, 102, 103, and then they post online saying they caught a 1 to 7 risk reward trade. Like, let's be honest here. You're not catching a 1 to 7 risk reward trade at full volume like I do, because I hold my entire position. So every trade you guys see me take, I'm holding my entire position towards that TP. So like this is full at 2.3 risk reward. This is not me taking partials at internal lows, because I know how all these other people online trade. I've seen how they traded because I've seen their videos obviously when I was still trying to become profitable, right? And even now on like Twitter. So I'm not taking like partials here or partials here, right? It's just full volume for everything. So this 3 risk reward, I hold for all of this. Some people, they can't find themselves holding, and I'd say that is a experience issue. And the reason why I say it's an experience issue is it just means that basically you don't have enough confidence in your strategy playing out towards your TP. That's why you take partials. There's statistically no advantage for partialing because the risk reward damage. So risk reward damages your EV more than your win rate. Win rate damages it linearly, EV damages it exponentially in terms of reciprocal. So risk reward is a little bit more important, but win rate is also important too, because that's going to be for people that can't manage their trades emotionally. Having a higher win rate is going to help you out. So anyone trading my strategy, I'd say at least aim for a 50% win rate, because the risk reward is high on my strategy. You can get 3 to 4 to 5 risk reward averages. Again, full volume, by the way. So just focus on basically the win rate part, and the risk reward will take care of itself. From my students' back tests that they've sent me, most of you guys are around the 50 to 60% win rate mark, and then your risk reward is like basically 2.7 to 3. So it's not as high as mine, but that's good. That's all good. It's not a problem. We have one new vote here. Are you consistently profitable? We got one person saying they're profitable. Nice. But yeah, if you guys do have any questions about my trading, you can ask in the chat. But that basically just sums up today in terms of trading, right? Volume kind of died later on gold. We had a break-even liquidity move. We had a break-even liquidity move on ES as well today. And there's not really any other setup I see here on ES. Yeah, there's no setup at all. No entry confirmation or anything, so just a straight clean dump. I think on the 1 hour, this basically is like inducement. I think we might be able to see if we can take out the low. Preferably if we could take out the recession low and go higher, that'd be a nice long. But one thing in terms of probabilities is I'm aware that the 4 hour, we are very extended. So we can most definitely come back lower before going higher, because every time, as you can see, when you take out 4 hour high, even if we're trading all-time highs, we still get a very nice big 4 hour move to the downside. Sometimes even taking out liquidity. That's not something you really want to anticipate, but that happened. This is actually my 2 break rule here, and we took out liquidity. So the market literally played out perfectly towards my strategy here if you just implemented that rule. What I see here is this could be basically potential 4 hour stop hunter, inducement, whatever you want to call it, into a better demand. So if you were to long, probably be careful in terms of your TPs. Maybe keep them more conservative, since we already made a new all-time high. If we were still trading towards that all-time high, like down here, oh sorry, not down there, we're trading towards all-time highs like down here, these are good longs here because you took out a low in a bullish market. Otherwise, you want to be a bit more conservative with your TPs. People that scalp with my strategy, you don't really have to do too much analysis. It's a lot easier basically trading my strategy if you just scalp, because you can maintain a high win rate. Not just a high win rate, but basically you don't have to do as much. You don't have to emotionally hold through the trades for as long. And so that does help with their psychology. And also the win rate is going to be naturally higher, because you can mess up on the trade, as in take a trade that never was meant to take or never was meant to deliver back to 50%, and it would still be a winning trade. So every time you're scalping, all you're doing is just taking the initial reaction of these POIs I teach you guys in the course. That's all really scalping is. Nothing much more than that. We got NQ Ninja. That's a fire name. Let me know if you guys took any setups today. I already saw some of the course members. You guys sent me your setups you took. Again, in the course modules, remember guys, there's tons of different chats for the course members. So if you're in the hundreds for a course, go through each chat just to see what each one's about. We have a chat for the general chat, and then we also have the winning setups chat, specifically where you guys post your winning trades. And then we have the other chat, which is the losing trades. And then obviously we have some other external chats. There's the optimization chat that I added last week, and then there's also the backtesting chat. So you guys share your backtesting results with each other. That's a good way to hold each other accountable. I want to make a really nice community for you guys trading my strategy and strictly just sticking to my strategy, because I don't want you guys jumping around. There's nothing wrong from my personal opinion, from jumping around. If a strategy doesn't work, you should change it, but you need to give each strategy and system that you learn some ample time to click in your head. Because if you don't give it ample time, you're kind of just wasting your time. If you're just gonna jump from one thing to another and basically you're not gonna have really any progress. So something to keep in mind. But if you are really interested in learning how to catch expansion moves like me, I'd recommend the course, because most courses, because I've taken courses in the past, most courses, they teach you how to scalp for like very small moves, but I'm here to teach you guys how to make more risk reward and optimize that, meaning you can make 100 risk reward realistically in a single month, every single month, because I'm catching basically the expansion moves. So unlike most traders, I see a lot of traders, like I said, I already mentioned this previously, but they're scalping for the initial reaction, which isn't a problem. You have a higher win rate, but the risk reward is very low. And so the potential for your EV, if your EV potential is low, that also means your monthly risk reward is also going to be lower. It could be much lower actually. So that's why I do price my course at where it is at currently. I think it's a great price. You won't really get anything better than that at that current price point. So if those are interested, you should check it out. It's on the WAP link in the chat. And of course, you can always ask around, check the reviews, do what you gotta do. But I do hope a lot of you guys are like taking stuff from the YouTube. If you just want to take out from the free content, and obviously, training good yourself. Because if you're not training good yourself, you gotta really lock in and look at what you're doing wrong. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna stay unprofitable forever if you're gonna basically get stuck in a cycle. That's why a lot of people just stay unprofitable forever, because they're stuck in this loop where some people don't actually know what they're doing. So if you don't know what you're actually doing and looking at for on the charts, it's a waste of screen time. So focus on high quality screen time and not the quantity. It's kind of the same thing as, well, basically most industries, I'd say, focus on quality over quantity. But I think in trading, really, it's like 90% quality over 10% quantity. It's a much bigger diversity split in terms of those differences, just because of how much impact trading is. In terms of trading is a numbers game, and the charts are not going to be ever the exact same, as in you're never going to see the exact 100% same situation ever in the market twice. Okay, there's gonna be a very similar structure. Sometimes there's a structure that looks almost the same. Like I think it was last week, we had some very nice continuations. I actually went over this in the mastermind. So if you missed the mastermind, go under live on my YouTube channel and you'll see basically where I went over the trades from last week. And you'll see I even mentioned in the mastermind video, which was supposed to be private to the Discord only, but I had to post on the YouTube just because, or stream on the YouTube just because we had some technical issues with the microphones for some reason. The mic checks were not working in the Discord, not sure why. So can't do much there. So we had to just improvise. So yeah, hope you guys do definitely check that video out, because it's completely free. So I'm not really asking for anything from you guys there. All I do ask is, like, subscribe, and then share the channel. If you have friends that are interested in trading and want to get put on the right path, let them know. Let them know about the channel. What's up, Opiz? How's it going? I'll like and sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, boss. Oh, one more thing. Some people were not in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you would have missed out on this announcement. But basically, I decided to split up some of the products I was selling for trading. So for trading education. So basically, instead of selling the private trading journal private trading journal by itself, I decided to just combine that into the course. So you'll get access to basically my private trading journal for free with the purchase of the course. So it's basically like a free bonus to you guys. So previous people that bought, you can just check your WAP and you'll find that link to the journal. And then people that are new, you also get, of course, access to the free journal. That's why I have updated this stream overlay recently, saying that the free trading journal is provided now. I just thought that I might as well just give it away for you guys to help you guys get profitable, because my goal ultimately is to make as many profitable traders as I can and build basically the best community on YouTube. You know, there's a lot of communities that are fake, a lot of communities that are selling you a dream that of unrealistic returns. Some people were complaining actually about me, talking about how my strategy generates me 100 sword every month. But then like people go on and watch people that flip $1,000 to $1 million in like 60 days. And there's also another YouTuber recently that did some crazy flip. I think it was like 2K to 2 million or something. And that's just very unrealistic. And he said he did it in like 6 weeks. So very unrealistic. That's just not how trading works. It's going to take you time. I don't recommend trying to flip an account also. Trade like an actual account size that you're comfortable trading. Don't try to over risk and over leverage an account. Trade it normally, because I'm telling you, over time, the math will math out. So what that means is if you have an edge, the math will play out, and you just basically, it's boring, right? You're basically just doing the exact same thing every single day, but you're making money as a byproduct. So if you can just do the exact same thing every single day and you're making money as a byproduct, guess what? You'll be very, very well off. Oh, it's funny you say FX Alex G. Don't listen to that guy. That's the guy that was one of the people I was talking about. His challenge of like 1K to 1 million or whatever it was in 60 days or 9 days. That's even in 9 days is unrealistic. Most of you guys are not going to be doing that. And also he trades like, I've seen some of his videos in the past because someone told me to check him out. He does like the most basic pattern stuff trading. Pattern trading does not work in trading. Any type of patterns in trading will never work. I'm going to tell you guys that to help you save your time. The reason why is because patterns don't work, because if patterns did work, you just make an algo bot. And it's actually very easy to make a bot that just trades off pure patterns. So you'd have to give your bot and train it with context, which is not the same as patterns. Patterns is something that's basically reacted off of, while context is using previous data and past data. Or sorry, basically that's the same thing. Previous data and real-time data, so new data, but also factored in prediction models. So being able to actually predict what's going to happen before like any reaction occurs. So like for example, one pretty easy thing is just like don't counter trend, right? Look at the trades I took today going short. I avoided 2 losses because I don't pattern trade. Those 2 reactions that happened earlier today, I didn't take them. And because I didn't take them, I didn't take those 2 losses that a lot of people would have taken. Because basically it's called anticipation of the market. So having good anticipation of the market is very important. You don't need a ton of experience, I'd say, to build good anticipation skills. I'd say it's more so just quality journaling. You find certain things that will stick out, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's like memorization, but it kind of is. That's why you see me write a lot of notes on my charts whenever I trade, even though I've been trading for years. And it's just because I'm helping my brain recognize certain things in the market. There's also a YouTuber, a trading YouTuber, that also was talking about how like fake the trading spaces, and unfortunately that's just the truth. But at the same time, it's not like you're gonna go read books, right? Like history books from the library. I actually tried doing that earlier in my days in trading, and a lot of it is, I wouldn't say it's like outdated, but it basically kind of is outdated, because a lot of it is also a lot of just pattern stuff, but also some of it is like quant stuff, which you can't even do as a retail trader based yourself anyway. So it's not even applicable to your trading. And if it's not applicable to your trading, it's the same as you being useless. So I don't blame you guys for going online to learn about trading, but I just think I don't think I'm ever gonna do collabs with other traders in the space. I'm sure you guys have seen on your IG, especially TikTok, shorts are very common. You'll see like a lot of traders doing like collabs or like doing meetups, things of that nature, doing partnerships, maybe like doing partnership Discord servers, selling signals, things of that nature. That's personally, I don't think I'm ever gonna be doing that on this channel. It's just not something interested. I'm not really interested in putting my name and reputation along with those guys. I'm not saying all of them are fake, but a majority of them are, and I don't want to like tarnish my own reputation getting put with those people. So yeah, this channel is gonna be mostly single. It's just gonna be me. I don't really anticipate doing any partnerships or any of that sort. But there have also been not prop firms. I forgot what this company was. It was like a crypto trading company. So a few partnerships that reached out to me, but I don't accept most of them just because if they're not reputable, I'm not gonna promote them to you guys. So again, this channel is really just to keeping it real here. No sugarcoating and no BS here. I trade futures. O's the pops. I trade futures. Well, you can tell from the title, I trade futures. Live trading futures, why most traders fail. I start off trading stocks. I think I wouldn't say a lot of people, maybe a lot of people. I started off trading like stocks and then options. Stocks and options are pretty similar because you can trade option contracts of stocks. So I start with options. Futures, you don't know what that is? I'm guessing you're new to trading then. Futures is like a modern day Forex. It's better than Forex because there's no spread. I'm aware from trading Forex because I traded Forex before I transitioned to futures. I moved all my money to futures instead of Forex. Forex has spread. When you have a big account of Forex, it sucks a lot. The spread is massive, especially if you're trading like low volatility sessions, like a session. The spread is awful. So Forex, it's a lot harder to compound an account to big sizes when you're trading Forex. And even prop firms, when I was trading prop firms back in the day with Forex, they have access to control the spread. As much as they try to BS and tell you guys they don't, I'm sure they do. Because it's demo environments. So how can you not affect the environment? You know, it's made up. You're trading in made up environments on prop firms. For those that don't know, some people think you're still trading a real account. You're not. It's a demo environment. They can control everything there, spread, everything. So it's definitely something you really want to understand and take into consideration when either choosing prop firms or just overall understanding how it works, and keep realistic expectations when you go do transition to a live market. I talked to this with actually one of my one-on-one mentorship students last night because we had our call last night, and I told him, you know, when you transition, once you get in the payouts, once you transition to that live personal account, don't have insane expectations of the same returns at some point, because yes, you can compound the account, but I just mean in terms of executions. Because you're not gonna have spread on futures prop firms. It's not a thing. There's sometimes it might actually like not fill you. I had experience with that back in the day, like in the Asia session, for example. But for the most part, you'll get filled. And you also won't get slipped either. Which Forex you actually can get slipped on the prop firms too. You gotta go? Alright, see ya. Now the title today is why most traders fail. Since I guess there's no other questions here, I'll go over this for a little bit with y'all. But my personal opinion of why most traders fail, aside from the strategy and not having an actual strategy itself, the second thing I'd say is really not being able to handle drawdown. I talked to this with my course members already in the chat, so they understand what I'm trying to say. But for the free members here, basically what it means is that a lot of you guys were never. So go over your years of trading, however long you guys have been trading. Ask yourself, have you ever been able to kind of like stick to a same strategy through a lot of drawdown? Yes or no? It's a simple yes or no question. If you haven't, that just means you never let the strategy play out. And then you switch to something else, and then it's a whole different system, and then your data gets corrupted. And then you end up being nowhere because now you don't know which strategy works. So it's very important that, when you guys are trading, that you stick to the system that you batches that works and stick through it no matter what. No matter how much drawdown you have, keep sticking with that one. Otherwise, you will find yourself going in cycles and loops, and you guys know how that goes. For most of you guys that done that strategy hopped after a single week, yeah, this lead for you. The only time if your strategy hop is if you've done back testing and it doesn't work. So like if you back test strategy over 100 trades, it doesn't work, switch strategies. Don't stick with one that doesn't work. You can also make unprofitable strategies work. So when people say this, I think a lot of people also get confused of what that means. All that means is you basically find ways to optimize the strategy. There's a lot of ways. I'd say journaling is one of the straightforward ways of figuring out how to optimize the strategy. But basically it just means you can create like a journal. You add filter columns to it. Find filters and add more filters to each entry, and filter and basically collect data on how much it affects your win rate and risk reward. And you basically take a combination of the ones that give you overall better stats. So let's say there's let's say an internal continuation has a higher win rate or adds 10% to your win rate from your data collection. That's like an example of optimizing a strategy. Now in the future, if y'all want to take this break-even strategy to profitable, all I have to do is now just take only internal continuations and nothing else. That's one example of how you can optimize the strategy. It's just a lot of people, they don't like to do the dirty work. So it's either you do the hard work now with the back testing and journaling, or you suffer. And what I mean by suffer is, unfortunately, a lot of you guys are gambling. Okay, and not actually trading. So you're just wasting a lot of your time staring at the candles and looking at the chart, when instead the time should be spent on learning and also journaling and back testing, making sure what you're trading works. And then once you do make sure it works, make sure you're focused on executing that system even in periods of drawdown. A lot of you guys are probably changing strategies after 3 losses in a row. Even with a 70-80% win rate, you can have 3 losses in a row. I think it's a pretty high probability too. There's a thing from FTMO, I believe, that you can probably look up, and it shows I believe it shows like a number. I have it in my Discord, so if you're not in the free Discord, join the free Discord, because you'll see me post in the free Discord. But that's basically what you'll find there, and you'll be surprised. You can lose 6 in a row even with a 60% win rate. So even me, I can lose 4 to 6 in a row. So from my journal, also the journal you guys get when you buy the course, you can look through each of my data sets and look at every single trade I take, and you'll notice from the journal, I believe it's like 6 losses max in a row in terms of drawdown that I had with my 65% win rate. So even at 65%, I lost 6 consecutive trades in a row. And this is not 6 trades in a single direction. It could be 6 trades in one direction, it could be 3 trades in one direction, 3 trades in the other direction. This doesn't have to be consecutively within the same day. That makes sense. So yeah, go through the private trading journal. It's literally a free bonus. You'll get access to it when you buy the course. And I think it'll help you guys out a lot and see how I took my trades and look through everything. So I guess it's a quicker way of going through my trades instead of just watching all trade recaps. It's up to you. Some people learn better by themselves visually. Other people learn better by audio, so hearing. So whatever works, use that. And that's why, again, I give you guys access to the free trading journal now. So basically only three services is just the course, the trading journal, the course, the mentorship, and then you get the indicators. But the indicators do not come with the course. I know someone asked me that before. They do not come with the course. It's kind of like just due to the amount of time I spent and took to make them. It took me about a year. So I'm not gonna. The indicators are not included with the course. The trading journal is, and then the private mentorship does include everything. So that's basically a high value program if you're interested in everything I offer. And then private 101 weekly 1 hour lessons. That's the mentorship program basically. There's an application form you can click down below in the description if you're interested to apply to the mentorship program. There's 2 spots left right now, but that's what you get, right? So with the mentorship, you get the course, you get basically every course. There's a beginner's course as well, but you get access to all the courses. Of course, you get the indicators, lifetime, by the way. You don't have to pay monthly or anything like that. It's just lifetime. And then you also get access to the private trading journal, which course members also get. But I'd say the most important thing really with high value is the 1 hour weekly lessons, and then the guarantee that I continue working with you one-on-one privately until you hit profitability. So if you're not satisfied with the profitability, isn't satisfied, how I define it is 3 months of payouts. So if you're not able to get 3 months consistently of payouts back to back, it doesn't have to be back to back, but 3 months of consistent payouts after net fees, I'll continue working with you through the private 101 mentorship. So it's basically a guarantee to profitability. Otherwise, we keep working. And usually it does not take people too long to hit that consistency. I'd say within the first 6 to 8 calls, on the 1 hour calls, you should be able to already find some consistency at that point. And then after that, really is just frequency. First day of paper trading in gold and Dow. First time trading, Quinn. There's a lot of people there from what I've seen. There's a lot of you guys are new to trading that find the stream. It's kind of interesting. Maybe YouTube's like pushing my stream to new traders. I don't know. But it's actually good that it's pushing to new traders. Not saying that it's bad pushing to old traders too, but obviously people that are new get a lot more benefit from my channel because you're basically in the right place at the right time instead of having to dig through and filter out like a lot of BS. Yes to algorithm. Damn. Lucky. You are lucky. I wish. I went through a lot of, let's just say a lot of stuff before I became profitable. First day paper trading gold and Dow. Nice. Just know paper trading. You can do paper trading. I'd recommend you back test though. You'll be able to practice much faster in back testing than paper trading. Paper trading, like 1 day of green on paper trade doesn't matter. No offense. Even if it's your first time trading, you can flip a coin and you can end green on the first day of trading. 1 day of 1 week of green also does not matter. You can have you can come out green by the end of the month and still be a gambler taking random trades. I don't have that video up yet, but I will post that at some point. It's basically a video going over statistics and understanding that in terms of numbers, you can actually be unprofitable and still come out green at the end of the month. But over a bigger size, like let's say a year, obviously you're not going to come out green. But over a month, there's a chance that you actually can come out green. It's pretty crazy if you think about it, honestly. But that is the truth. It looks like a lot of you guys are doing good on my YouTube channel. What's up with it? You guys, 60% of people being full-time or consistently profitable. That's awesome. Let's go. Can you help me understand liquidity from a beginner's perspective? Are you talking about liquidity in terms of like your entries or liquidity in terms of technicals? Are you talking about technicals? Go to the WAP. So sign up on my WAP and there's a free course. I made a free entire beginner's course. It goes over liquidity, some beginner entry models you can use as a beginner. It's very beginner friendly. So you'll be able to learn basically most of the foundational stuff in trading from that free course. So I recommend you check that out. I think if you do, hold on, let me see if this command works. I think is it this command? It might not be that command. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is. click on the WAP link and then click on free Discord access plus more. So everyone that's new here to the channel, what's up? Click on the WAP link, click on free Discord access plus more, and then you will find basically the course in there. It's a free course. So there's a lot of things in there that's included in the free package. One of them is also Discord server access. So you get access to our Discord server. We have about like 750-ish members right now. I'm trying to grow to 1K because I am going to be doing a giveaway at 1K. All right. We are doing a $1,000 value giveaway. Only way you can enter the giveaway is, of course, you have to be in a Discord. And I have the specific entry criteria that I will post later for you guys. But until you reach 1K, stick tuned. And then for those who are interested in learning my strategy that I'm currently using in the markets, so the beginner course goes over beginner foundation stuff like risk management, how to enter trades, beginner strategies. They're not bad strategies, but they're not very good in terms of over the long run. You're not going to make too much using those strategies. So your EV is not going to be the best. So if you want like a high EV, which just stands for expected value, for those that are new here, it just means overall in terms of raw performance, how well a strategy performs over a long run. Highly recommend you check out the advanced course while it's on at the current price right now. Basically the lowest you'll get it at, and inclusively everything that you need to be consistent in the markets and understand how the markets actually move. Because I truly do believe there is one single algorithm in the market that does control most stuff. But then there's also, I'm aware there's a lot of algorithms from different firms that go against each other. They're not actually going against retail traders. It just so happens retail traders are the ones catching the bullets. Think about it like this. These big firms are not going for retail traders. They don't care about your $1, $5, $10 stop loss size, okay? Even add up all the retail traders in the world. First off, not every retail trader in the world is going to have their stop loss at the same place. So it's not even a lot of money. These firms are basically going against each other with their algorithms, because 80% of trading is actually algorithmic now. You can even look this stat up. It's not made up. It's actually statistically, like factually true. Whether you want to accept that fact or not, but most people are not manually. Most of market movement is not actual manual clicking buy or sell anymore. And at some point, it's only going to go higher. That percent's only going to get higher. Retail traders, some even have access to bots they make as well themselves. I even have one I made based on my strategy. The only thing I'm dealing with right now is the latency, which needs to be fixed. Because if I can't fix latency, the strategy is not going to be performing that well. And it's because I am on the 1 minute time frame. If I'm trading on like 5 or 15 minute, that's not an issue. But latency does matter if you're trading on lower time frames like 1 minute. If you're trading on the seconds, you don't have to ask that. So yeah, it's just basically retail traders. We're just catching. It's like getting caught in a ceasefire, right? You're unfortunately just catching stray bullets. That's the best way I can explain retail trading stop losses and liquidity. You're just catching stray bullets from these firms. They're going against each other, but it just so happens it hits civilians. That's basically the best way to think about stop losses from a retail trader perspective. Now, why do so many retail traders also fail? Well, it's because the market is complex. It's not binary. There's no 100% right or wrong in the market. It is just numbers, and with a good strategy, you can have good numbers. And with good numbers, you're able to make expected positive returns, and that's really it. That's all what the market really is. Nothing else. Nothing more. Nothing else. Less. Bias was wrong. What's up, Zion? Welcome to the stream. Again, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. Join the free Discord. All right, we're doing a giveaway at 1K Discord members. It's a 1K value giveaway, so definitely join the Discord server. If you don't have the, oh wait, I should probably pin the link, but it's in the chat somewhere. If you do like ! Discord, it should show up for you guys as well. But there's also a website to my, or there's also a link to my website as well if you guys want to learn how I trade and how I was able to make gains like how I made today. We came out basically up 4 risk for today trading my strategy, and majority of our trading members in the course also came out green. So 86% of our members in the green today. So really good numbers today. Really good numbers. So if you did end red, that means you definitely did something wrong today. If you maybe you didn't do something wrong. Maybe your strategy, it just so happened to be red today, which is fine too. But Zion said bias was wrong for me this morning. Want to short a Judas swing. I'm not too sure what a Judas swing is entirely. But yeah, shorting all-time highs is not a good idea until we make that all-time high. But you can see I did. How'd you lose today though? Don't quite get how you would have lost a short though, because you can see I took a short there for 2 risk reward. Actually, my entry was the top tick of the market today, but I didn't hold my short because I was still bullish. I was just taking a scalp. Yeah, I'm kind of confused how you would have lost shorts and shorting today. Oh, you said this morning, so maybe you just missed afternoon short. I don't know. I'm gonna be like I said, posting a course video today, going over break-even liquidity to the course members, and then of course I'll have the stream up for those that want to rewatch the stream for whatever reason. But otherwise, feel free to ask questions. This is kind of like these streams are mostly kind of like Q&A based, unless I'm taking trades. Again, streamed late today, so we're not taking any trades, but you can check the other streams. Half of the streams we do take trades live. And our live record right now, I think it's like a 68% win rate now at like a 4 risk reward average. So it's pretty good, I'd say. So everyone that does take live trades with me, you are making money. So our chat right now, 50%. So 50% of you guys are consistently green. Other 50% are consistently red. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. Do I usually trade long or short? There's no statistical difference unless indices. Actually, no, even on gold it's longs. But the thing is, you have to understand how the market structure actually works. So how the market actually works is if you cash longs at a bad price, even if the market's bullish, you're going to lose. Does that make sense? Like you're going to lose even if you cash longs at a bad price. Even if the market's bullish. So the direction is not what's really important. What's really important is you understanding where the high and lows are of the market. So where discount on premium truly is. A lot of people market wrong, so they're buying high and trying to sell higher when you already had the first buy high, sell high opportunity. I do talk about this very in depth in the course if you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of the course content, I'd say half of it is stuff just from my personal experience. So you won't find this knowledge anywhere else online. Hence why I price the course at the price it's currently at. But again, to me, long or short, either way works. But if you were to take longs, make sure you're taking longs in the true premium true discount range. Or if you're going to buy high, sell high at the first 1 or 2 attempts. And those are specific things that I'll explain technically how you identify that in the course. But people that complete the course, you know what I'm talking about here. So, for example, my long today, it's not as high probability as the long from open, but I could not catch that trade because the entry was before 9:30. And then the second long is the best long of the day, aside from the earlier morning long, because with that long, we only had one break at that point. So you can definitely anticipate another break, but after that second break, it's going to be lower probability because we're basically at all-time highs and there's nothing on the left. So yes, we can continue going higher for sure, but in terms of probabilities, it could be a break-even liquidity move, which is something I'm going to post later today in the course as well, talking about that. I'm not saying I've been gatekeeping the break-even liquidity stuff, but it's just something I wanted everyone to basically learn the foundation of strategy first before getting into more like advanced stuff. So, but that is something I will post in the course. Can't believe my long missed though by like 2 ticks today. It missed the high by 1 tick. Kind of sucks because today would have been a 6R day, which is pretty solid. 4R is like on the low end of my green days. 6R is like much better. It's at least 50% better or more. But you know, it is what it is. It's all good. Again, if you do want to backtest, there's a few programs or softwares you can use to backtest. Once you basically what I recommend for you guys that want to become profitable like fast, don't listen to these guys saying you need 5 years of experience to become profitable. That's just a lie they sell to you to get you stuck in their course or mentorship and keep paying monthly. Okay, so time by itself is not going to make you profitable. So if you're not profitable now doing what you're doing, you're not going to be profitable later unless you change up what you're doing or taking different trades or different strategy. Change the way you view the markets and your profitability will change completely. It just requires a little bit of experience. That's it. You don't need 10 years of screen time. Unfortunately, there's people probably on Reddit with that after you've been trading for 10 years and they're consistently unprofitable. And I do feel really bad for them because they've been sold this lie that time is what it takes to become profitable. That's just not true. There's people that become profitable in less than a year. It took me a little bit over a year, so I would say like a year and maybe a few months to be consistently profitable. As in find a strategy that actually works and stick to it. But like I said, not everyone's going to be the same. But I want to put you guys in that same boat. But if you want the fastest route right now to profitability, what I recommend is you join the free Discord and then you get the 100 stroke course right now while it's at the current price. And then once you do that, you go through the first entire section of the course, which goes over my strategy, like A to Z, everything, entry models, confirmations, a few miscellaneous stuff that you want to look for in the market to improve your win rate, a few other things. But it goes through everything in there and then go straight to backtesting. So finish the first section, 100 course, go do your backtesting and boom, there's half of your profitability solved right there. Because once you do your backtesting, you realize what I teach the strategy in the course works. And then what you do is you go back in the course, you watch everything else. The other sessions are just psychology. That's the other half of your profitability basically, being disciplined. And then I have trade recaps. That's optional. But that helps people that think they are struggling with certain conditions to trade in, and the trade recaps cover a lot of conditions. I believe I have almost a full year of trades in terms of trade recaps posted in the course. There's a lot of those for those that really want to dig deep into having a higher win rate, like 60-70% at 2 to 3, 3 to 4 risk reward, those kind of stats. I don't teach a mediocre trading system because at some point, once you scale your account to a big size, average trading systems are not going to work. You're actually going to become less profitable once you get to a higher trading size, and because your risk reward is going to decrease, your fill is going to be worse, and there's liquidity issues. Now, if you're trading prop firms, sure, but I'm only trading my personal account, so it's a lot different. On a live account, there's liquidity, there's commissions, There's a lot of things they have to factor in that affect your overall profitability. So just keep that in mind when you decide to pick what strategy you want to trade. You want to make sure it's something that's replicable, mechanical, and not something that requires a ton of screen time. Because if it requires you a ton of screen time, it's going to be a struggle. So I would say that is basically the fastest way or the cheapest way to profitability. Get the 100 course while it's at the current sale price. Go through just the first section. Go straight to open up. Go to FX Replay. You can use my code if you want to save some money, JTrades. I don't care if you use my code or not. But that's just to help you save some money if you're low on that. And then go straight into backtest. I recommend you backtest 100 to 500 trades. Once you backtest 100, 500 trades, or aka equivalent to about a year of trades, then you will know if you're profitable or not. If the strategy works, there's nothing else left for you to become profitable. All it is just discipline. That's it. Stick to the system, stick to the strategy. That's it. Nothing. There's no other gimmick to trading. That's it. A lot of people overcomplicate the process of becoming profitable, but it really is just learning a working strategy, backtesting it, getting confidence in the psychology. That's it. Once you break it down and simplify it to that, it just sounds so much easier. That's why you don't need 2 to 3 to 4 years to become profitable. How much is a 100 course? Go to my website. It should be $4.99, I believe, right now. If you do it should be in a link. Just click on the link in the chat, and then you can just go straight to purchasing the 100 course. And of course, new members also. I decided recently to add a bonus for you guys. So you also get access to my free trading journal, which includes 630 plus of my past trades taken live inside there. You will be able to go through each one because I'm trading my exact strategy inside that trading journal. So you basically will see the reasoning behind every trade, and you can improve your trading a lot faster. I really recommend going through that trading journal. I've completely made it free now for all the course members. So it's a bonus that you get. Please go through that. If you have any questions, you should let me know. You also get access to, of course, like I said, the Discord chat room. We have tons of new channels that have been expanding to all the course members to help you guys become profitable as fast as possible. But yeah, there's the backtesting channel where you guys share your backtesting results. You can see backtesting results from other members. So far from the course members that have done backtesting, the results have been very, very good from you guys. One of our members, he's only backtested. He's only been in a course for 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. At the time of me talking now, it's like 4 weeks. But at the time he posted a backtest to the group, his win rate was about a 58%, and his risk were about 2.7. So that is really good stats right there. You can even check the EV if you want to calculate that mathematically. But that's only like 2 weeks within the course. That's really, really good stats for 2 weeks. And then, of course, there's another member that also did a backtesting, one of my Prime Mentorship students that I've been working with for the past 6 weeks. He's gotten a lot of good results training with the strategy, and his stats are 50% at 3 risk rewards. So again, still very good stats. So would really recommend you guys get FX Replay, go backtest. It was trust me when I say this. I want you guys to save your time and money. Okay, this is the fastest way to profitability, because if you take other routes, you're gonna waste a lot of your time. Don't cheap out on trading education and backtesting. Backtesting is fairly cheap. You can, matter of fact, for FX Replay for you guys, get the course, and then for FX Replay, just sign up for a free trial account. I think they give you like a 3 to 7 day free trial now. It's been a while since I've used FX Replay because I don't really backtest anymore. But yeah, you can sign up for a free trial account, and you can make multiple emails too if you really need to. You can extend your trial time. It's not, I wouldn't really say it's cheating, but you get the point, right? Just trying to help you guys out here. if you just want to find the most affordable way to get profitable. But you do need the strategy first before you go backtest. There's no way you can backtest without like an actual mechanical strategy. I would not recommend trading something that's very, very discretionary like order flow. It's going to take you a long time to become profitable. And the results are not even guaranteed profitability either, because everyone does very differently on how they view the markets. Everyone's experience from how they view the markets is also different. So something mechanical like what I teach is a lot better. But yeah, I will be posting a new course video within the course modules about the break-even liquidity setup or logic later today, probably right after the stream. Actually, matter of fact, to record it. You guys want to rewatch the stream, you can, to see what trades I exactly specifically took. But today, really just wanted to go over trades I took today with you guys, and then of course go over some member stats. Again, 86% of our members today in the green in the course chat. So very good results from everyone today. I'm very proud of you guys. I'll pin the link to the course if you guys are interested. I think that should be a command. Yeah, so there's a command. It's basically direct links. So 40% of you guys, so 4 out of 10 of you guys here are consistently profitable. That's really good to see, man. It's really good stats. Compared to 90% failure online, 40% y'all, let's go. Let's keep cooking, y'all. Let's keep cooking. How I view the market has completely changed since I started trading. When I started trading, I hated the market. I didn't hate trading, I hated the market because I kept losing. But once you become profitable, you really start enjoying and liking the market. You don't have anything against it. It's a numbers game. I have an edge already. I'm the casino now. I'm not the player anymore. And so I really, really like the market now because it's literally paying for everything. So the market is giving you guys, if you think about it this way, the market is giving you guys and me this opportunity of a lifetime where you literally, not much entry to barrier here. Once you have a strategy, that's it. Execute. Have good discipline. You can make money and just print money. It's an infinite money glitch from home. That's what trading is. Once you master it, it's an infinite money glitch from home. That's why I love the market so much now. Back then, obviously, when I was unprofitable, I hated the market. Kept losing money. But I realized what I was doing wrong. A lot of people, they sometimes don't even realize what they're doing wrong in the market. That's why they're stuck in the cycle, man. Again, today's title is for a reason. It's just a ramble. I'm talking to you guys why most traders fail. Okay, I think this is the most important thing everyone should know in terms of trading. If you don't know the stem of your issues, how are you going to become profitable? Real question, how are you going to expect to become profitable if you don't know the stem of your issues? Does the course come with the indicators? No, they don't. So the course comes with the trading journal, which I think honestly is more valuable than indicators, because you get access to see 630 plus of my trades I took, all documented, all journaled out for you with screenshots. So you'll be able to see how I executed all my past trades with a strategy. And they're very clear. They have literally a description, what setup it is, what time frame, screenshots, and extra comments as well of certain things I even could have done better on the trade. So you do get access to the private trading journal for free. And then you can also use the private trading journal, not just to look over my trades, but you can use it for yourself as a trading journal, because I have everything built in the trading journal where it fits my strategy perfectly. So you guys don't have to worry about trying to pay for TradeZella or any other trading journals online. I think manual trading is superior. It helps you reinforce ideas and strategies and understanding the market better than automated trading journal. journals. Obviously automated as in the numbers are automated for you. Same with my trading journal, but I mean inputting the trades in terms of writing down the setup or typing it out in the journal template, and also writing out comments of what you saw. It's much better in my opinion in terms of consistency. You'll become profitable much faster when you journal, because otherwise you can treat it as a casino. That's the best I can basically explain it, right? So let's not treat trading as a casino, guys. I'm here to help you guys treat it like an actual job. As much as you guys hate the word job, people censor it nowadays, but like, you get my point. You do have to trade trading like a job. It's just that you have a lot of freedom once you're done. I don't work a lot of hours when I trade. I usually trade just the first 3 hours, sometimes a little bit longer, but that's because I have a lot of free time to do whatever I want. So I can literally do whatever I want. If I end my session green, I'm chilling and I just wait until the next day. Now, if you do want the indicators though, there is the private one-on-one mentorship. So that is basically the high ticket program that I have to offer, where I work with you one-on-one. And a very nice part of the mentorship that you won't get elsewhere is that there's a guarantee. So what that means is I'm guaranteeing I will consistently work with you one-on-one privately until you are consistently profitable. Now, who and what defines consistent profitability in terms of legal terms? How I define it is 3 months of payouts or 3 months of green on a live personal account. Or if you trade something else, I don't know what else you would trade, but if you trade something else, 3 months of green month, basically 3 green months, right, of my strategy. Until then, we continuously work with you. All right. I provide 1 hour private one-on-one lessons weekly. We'll go over your trades. We'll go over questions that you have. In the one-on-one mentorship, you get access to not just the course, the trading journal, of course, as a given. You also get access to the indicators lifetime. So for your question mark about the indicators, you do get that within the mentorship, not within the course. So the indicators are separate for course members, but they're not separate for the mentorship. That's all included. And it's lifetime access also to the indicators. So you'll be able to basically use them forever. So instead of paying monthly for the indicators, you get lifetime access. It's just one time. It's just included with the price of the mentorship. But I'd say the most valuable thing in the mentorship, because the value, is honestly the one-on-one lessons and the guarantee of consistent profitability at the end. Some people, they learn much better one-on-one. So that's why I have the one-on-one mentorship program. Because some people, they can't learn as well through lessons. So it really depends on how well you learn and what type of learner you are, How many of you guys are new here? Out of curiosity, type 1 in the chat if you're new. New here as in new to the channel, or new to trading too. I've been honestly enjoying streaming a lot more than posting long form YouTube videos, just because it's more interactive with you guys. I like to interact with the community one-on-one. Oh, this is not really one-on-one, but you guys get the point. Much better than doing videos where I talk to the camera. It's not like I have a problem with that, but it's just more fun. It's more fun talking to you guys like this, Go over trades. Sometimes we even take live trades together on my free live streams I do on YouTube. But I've stopped that for a bit recently. I think the last time we did live trading for free on this YouTube channel was, I think, like 2 weeks ago, I believe. But before that, we did a lot of live trading, and the record was very good. The record was about 65 to 68% win rate. and then our risk reward average was like 3 to 4 risk reward. So we had really good stats. So for everyone that was basically copying, I don't want signal bots from you guys, but for those that did copy and take the same trades I took on YouTube for free to stream, you're basically up this month, green. So, and last month too, because it started streaming I believe last month as well. Yeah, I do trade futures, brother. Brother means, or I don't know how to say name. Yeah, I do trade futures. I traded options. I started trading with shares like stocks. Then I got into options. Then I got into Forex. Then I got into crypto. And the crypto stage only lasted like a month. Okay. And then I got into futures. Because I found out futures started becoming popular online. And I did some research into it. Overall, it's a lot easier to compound an account because the spread is so much better on futures. On Forex, on a big size account, the spread can be pretty bad. Especially also even Forex prop firms, it can get bad at times. Trust me, I've had experience trading prop firms or Forex prop firms in the past. And the spread, especially during the A session, is awful. Most strategies will actually go negative trading the spread. Luckily mine doesn't and didn't, but it does get really annoying knowing that it's cutting into my unrealized profits just purely because of spread. And these firms can control the spread because it's a demo controlled environment. So yeah, just not ideal. Just subscribe to your channel. Love the content so far. Thank you very much. By the way, if you guys have any suggestions on what type of content you want to see in the channel, let me know, man. I'm always eager to expand my content. Obviously, I'll take into consideration like what I like to, because I want to make sure the content I'm providing is high quality, high value, but also something I personally do enjoy making as well. Because the reason why I started YouTube was just for fun. So that's going to be basically our deal. Yeah, that's good that you trade futures now. It's so much better. So much better. It's also a lot more regulation with futures. It's also, another big thing is it's centralized. So whatever price I see is the same exact price you see. There's no broker manipulation. On Forex, there's times where there's broker manipulation. I had one time where I was trading Forex and I forgot if it was Euro USD or gold, but basically, dude, it was the most absurd candle I've ever seen that came out of nowhere. Like the candle color didn't match the direction of the candle. Like it just made no sense at all. So I was like, there's no way. I just did like a 5 to 10 times loss. But to be fair though, I think I was trading or holding after spread hour. So yeah, you can kind of blame me on that, but still, you guys get the point, right? Just try to trade stuff that's a lot more tradable in your favor. Why would you trade something that's worse? Forex is just worse. So yeah, Forex spread is no joke, man. No joke, bro. What's up, Mark? Do you get access to your trade ideas? Yeah. You get access to things like 7 or 8 Discord channels. One of the Discord channels at the very top is going to be called Jay's Executions. So, Jay, me. I'll post my trade ideas, drawing liquidity, things of that nature in that chat for you guys. And you can use that as a confluence in your trading. I don't want you guys copy me and not learn anything. The reason why I teach you guys is because I want you guys to learn and be self-dependent or independent, and not just rely on me to make money. So, but I do post like my draw on liquidity and bias as well in there. There is also the indicators that does give you a bias. So like the daily bias is here on top right, versus bearish. You can use that as a bias as well. The accuracy of that it's more right than wrong from my testing. So you can see clear today, you could have won trading both shorts and longs, But daily bias indicator told me today was bearish, and he actually did have a massive dump to fill that open. So yeah, I do have a Telegram. Or sorry, I don't have a Telegram. I have a Discord. So if you type in ! Discord, the bot should send you the link to join the Discord directly instead of signing up for the WAP. But I do also have a website you can click on, and you can find like the links of everything in the chat. But it should be in there somewhere. If you're interested in a course for you guys, it's just the pin chat. It just says want to learn more or something like that. Yeah. Stream Elements. Again, that's not a person. That's just a trading stream robot, by the way, for those that are wondering. But yeah, there's the link to basically learn more about my strategy and everything. And if you're brand new to trading and you want to check out I have like a small little beginners course. So that's only for if you're completely brand new. Otherwise, like if you have some experience trading, you probably already know most of the stuff in the free course. It's basically just goes over the basics of things you need to know to get into trading. So if you already know a lot, I'd recommend, or not even a lot, probably intermediate level. I'd recommend you do go straight for the 100 risk reward course. Even if you're new to trading, you can go straight into the 100 risk reward course. Just because I go through A to Z of everything from the scratch of how I trade. So it's not like you're missing anything. As long as you know like basics, like how to place a trade. Like it's very basic stuff you really need, like prerequisite wise, to really take the 100 risk reward course. It's like, do you know how to place a trade? Do you know what longs and shorts are? Do you know how to buy and sell? Do you know how to like risk manage? Do you know how to position size? Like very straightforward stuff. But like I said, I made it for people that really want to dig into how I actually trade. But until today, we made 4 risk reward today. So that means basically whatever I'm risking per trade, you make 4 times that as a net P&L. And then last week we made about 22 risk reward, and I posted also that recap as well on my YouTube under the live section. So I did a masterclass. Originally it was just going to be for the course members or Discord, but something wrong with the audio on that day on Discord. Therefore, we had to move it to YouTube, unfortunately, to stream. So you guys are lucky you get that for free. Otherwise, it was supposed to be an exclusive event for the members. But yeah, check that out. And I know market structure, fair value gap, liquidity. Okay, so you know most stuff, yeah. 1 month, that's like basic stuff, yeah. Honestly, you're probably not going to learn too much more than doing a beginner's course. You probably just save your time and just not take the beginner's course then that I have. Because I do go over like those things that you did talk about for the most part. Hopefully you did find the link to the Discord though. Stream Elements did just send out the free Discord link invite there. So for those that are not in the Discord, check that out. I'm also doing a giveaway. All right, guys, at 1,000 Discord members, doing a free giveaway. It's going to be a $1,000 value giveaway. And I'll go over details later once we do hit 1,000 Discord members on how you can enter and participate in that giveaway. But just know you got to be in a Discord first. So if you're not in the Discord, you're not going to be eligible for that giveaway. But those of you that are new to trading, you are lucky you found my channel as like one of the first. I'd say a month is very new, instead of a lot of these Lambo guys, Lambo guys on YouTube. I want to trade with you, like your energy, fam. Appreciate it, boss. I keep everything pretty calm, just like how I trade. Unless you guys want me to become like iShowSpeed on stream, Asian iShowSpeed. I can do that too. But Whatever you guys want. Bro, what happened to ES1? Looks fine. What happened to ES? It looks fine to me. We just recovered the opening range today. If you're talking about the shorts, it's not a problem. This happens frequently. It's not like anything weird or rare. So yeah, it's very normal. Unless I'm seeing something, unless you're seeing something else. But I don't see anything weird, at least on my end. Again, the links are all in the description of the stream for those who are interested in following me or checking me out. If you're interested in like the other stuff, of course, that I have to offer, there's links everywhere from Stream Elements. I know it's kind of as low-key kind of spamming, I'm not gonna lie. I don't blame y'all, but I'm about to change that setting later. We have 31% of you guys that are consistently profitable in full time. What's up, Witness? How's it popping? How's it going, man? For ES Open, if you guys are trading Asia, I'd like to see if we can. A good setup would be waiting for New York Killzone Low to get taken out first, and then look for your entry model to go long. Otherwise, there's not really, unless you FOMO, there's not much you can really do right now. What's up? How's it going? Just hopped in the cord. Bet. Again, if you guys just joined the stream, if you're new here, join the free Discord. The link is either in the description of the stream or in the chat. I'm doing a $1,000 value giveaway once we hit 1,000 Discord members. So again, in order to be eligible in the first place, you have to be in a Discord by then. Otherwise, you won't be able to enter the giveaway. So just something to keep in mind. We are pretty close right now. I think we're at like 760-ish or 50-ish right now members. So we are getting there, man. We are getting there. My channel has been growing definitely a lot faster recently, ever since I started doing these streams. And honestly, I've been liking the streams a lot more than just recording videos, talking into the camera. Those tend to be a little bit more boring. But I will be posting a video sometime, I think next week. But there's plenty of videos if you guys are brand new to my channel that just want to check them out. There's plenty of videos on my channel. It's like 900 videos. There's a lot of shorts. I'm probably going to delete a lot of the shorts, honestly, on my channel. A lot of them were kind of like spammy. So I'm probably going to delete the shorts, but keep everything else. Again, for those that are new here, make sure to join Discord, like I said. Subscribe if you're new also. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future streams. There's times where I will take trades on these streams if I stream on time. And you guys can cash these banger trades with me on here for free. Otherwise, if you want to learn my strategy, check out the course. Currently, basically at the best possible price you can buy in right now on discount for the $100 for a course. And then for the course, you get access to, there's 57 hours now of video content in there. Part of it, there's 4 sections. Section 1 is a course, which goes over my strategy. Second section is psychology. Third section is journaling and data management, data collection, how you can improve fast, and teaching you guys basically the fast route to probability instead of taking a slow route that people claim takes 3 to 5 years. No one here is interested in taking 3 to 5 years to become consistently profitable without a guarantee. Let's be honest. All right. So I'm teaching you guys the fastest way to become profitable with a solid strategy. Okay. And then the last session is just purely trade recaps and back testing sessions. You'll also get a lot of stuff with the course now. I've increased the value substantially of the course to help you guys out because that's my ultimate goal, to help you guys become profitable. You get access to my private trading journal, 630 plus trades journaled, all documented with notes and everything for each one. And you also get access to the trading ideas chat and a lot of Discord channels that are included. So a lot of stuff you get for sure in terms of value in the course. Again, for those that are also on the stream Saturday, remember there's the course special sale for you guys that participated in Mastermind on Saturday. It ends tonight. Okay, I have the expiration, it ends tonight. So get in tonight, or price, you will see the price. You won't be able to get at that Mastermind price that I offered for those specific people that joined the Mastermind on Saturday. But I will be doing some Discord exclusive events once we get like the stage feature working, because that was my first time ever using the stage feature on Discord. I usually use the voice channel with y'all, but yeah. What do you like trading the most? You mean assets, or what do you mean? What I like trading the most? So for me, Asia session is going to open up here in 2 hours, guys, at 8 o'clock. Or sorry, it opens at 6, but I like to trade the kill zone, which starts at 8. So I know some of you guys are probably going to be trading Asia session here soon. But usually I wait till 8. We get the best volume and volatility and liquidity at 8. 8 to 11. And I do also go over trading times that I personally trade that have the highest probability as well in the course too. So, but I did kind of tell you guys like what the Asia session time is. So take that as you will. Assets. Oh, so for assets, my headphones just died. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm unfortunately gonna have to charge my headphones here. They're just dead. But what assets do I like trading the most? I like to trade ES and gold. That's my bread and butter. ES and gold. NQ is cool, but I've been trading ES ever since I started trading. SPY, ES is the same thing. But yeah, ES and gold. Gold makes me a ton of money during Asia session. So I love trading gold during the Asia session specifically. And then for ES, of course, everyone knows New York session is the best time to trade ES and indices in general. I love trading ES. Basically, I focus on ES the most during New York session and then gold the most during Asia. And it works out very nicely for me and all my students. I've looked into silver. I don't think I've looked into copper, but I've looked into silver before. It might just be bad timing, but when I looked at it, the chart looked a little bit weird based on the wicks. But it could have been the wrong contract date, so I might have looked at the wrong dates. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about futures. Futures is contract dates, and if you don't have the auto continuous roll contract date, then what's it called? The chart's gonna look funky. So, yeah. Is the link? Let's see. I think the thing should work. Where is it? But yeah, here's the link for those that got the course and you want to start back testing right now. Click on that link. It just goes to FX Replay. Bro, what? Hold on, the thing is bugging. Why is the bot sending the link, the coupon code? Bro, I'm trying to get people to click on the website link, not the coupon code. Hold on, let me change it. So if you guys want the link to FX Replay to backtest, again, I don't own FX Replay, okay? It's literally just a platform I used coming up in trading that helped me substantially to collect data, backtest my strategy, make sure it works before I went live with it. So use that. There's a link. And I think you should automatically get a discount. I know some countries you actually can't use the coupon code based on what I've been told from some of my course members. So unfortunately, some countries you can't use it, but it should work for most people. Use that to backtest, and then use this link here, guys. Click on this to get the 100 course. Goes over everything my strategy, and then that's basically all you need to become profitable. But if you are someone that really learns and strives like nicely in one-to-one environments, and you also want a guarantee of profitability, and then I guarantee I'll consistently work with you one-on-one until you reach profitability. We're gonna have weekly 1-hour lessons. You can check out the mentorship. So I've opened spots up for 2 people left. For those that are interested, I think it should work if I just type that. But yeah, you can check that out. You can also go to the WAP, I believe, to access the mentorship. But yeah, fill that form out. Let me know what your situation is in trading, what I can do to help you with the one-on-one. And I should have covered everything. You guys can rewatch what I mentioned about the mentorship, what it includes. But so far, from all the students who I've completed mentorship with, I'm trying to keep a 100% success rate here. With the mentorship students. There's a reason why it's priced at the price point. It's a high ticket program for a reason. I'm trying to keep my success rate with my mentorship students as high as possible. Currently, so far, it's been 100%, as in everyone that's done the mentorship has found consistent profitability. And I'm currently working on, because actually I currently have one active student right now I'm currently working together with to get him to that level. Once I get him to that level, basically every active mentorship student that started mentorship with me has been consistently profitable. Basically, consistently profitable, you get payouts, go full time. Preferably, I want you guys to go full time. So for mentorship students, I'm going to try my best to keep the record of 100% success rate of transitioning to full time. Some of you guys already gotten payouts. Some of you guys already found profitability and strategy and consistency. It just takes a bit more time to go full time. People's financial situations are different. I completely understand that. There's a reason why it's not going to be the same for every single person in terms of timeline, but what I do for you, that's all you need to be profitable. You don't need to spend any more time looking at YouTube videos while you're at work or on lunch break or whatever. Just stop wasting your time, guys, okay? Stop wasting time. That's it for me. I'm gonna end the stream here since my headphones are dead, and I'm gonna go record the trade recap video for the course members, going over something. So yeah, I hope to see you guys and catch you guys in the next stream. It was good talking with y'all. Again, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and either you want to do the one-on or a course. I'll see